Good morning, children. Welcome to the next session. Next chapter, that is chapter 15, Making of Independent India's Constitution. And actually, after the British rule, how the India got independent constitution. And India itself, how it has ruled the entire country. I think we are left with 3 chapters, right? This is the one. And we are having more 2 chapters. These 3 chapters as soon as possible, as early as possible, we will try to complete. Now we go with the new chapter, that is Making of Independent India's Constitution. What is that? Now I think we have, you people, we have learned about this Independent India's Constitution in the 9th class, sorry, in 8th class, right? Maybe you remember or not. Now we will repeat or we will go with the topics now. Now, there was a turn of events and new political aspirations during the last few years of the British rule. Okay, last few years rule, Britishers manaki ela emperor chesaru, ela rule chesaru, right? We know everything. And after that, how India got India's independent constitution. Ante India independent ga ela rule chestundi, ela constitution establish chesina anadi ee topic lo chaduvunam. Now we have few points. The important points I'll go through it, rest I'll give you as an assignment. Now, the shape of the constitution after 1936, Gandhi did not take much interest in politics, mostly confined to ashram. Okay, simple like a story. British rule అయిపోయిన తర్వాత 1936 లో గాంధీజీ ఎక్కువ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపించలేదన్నమాట పాలిటిక్స్ లో. He is with the ashram people, with the ashram. ఆశ్రమంలో ఉండేది కదా గాంధీజీకి, ఆ ఆశ్రమంలో ఉన్నాడు. అండ్ హౌఎవర్ హీ వాస్ గైడింగ్ ది ఈవెంట్స్. కానీ ఆ పొలిటికల్ మూమెంట్స్ని గాంధీజీ గైడ్ చేసేవాడు, అంటే ఇలా చేయాలి ఇలా చేయాలని. కానీ ఈ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ హీ డిడ్ంట్ పార్టిసిపేట్ ఇన్ ఆల్ ది పొలిటికల్ యాక్టివిటీస్. అండ్ electoral politics began in 1936 to 1937. 1936 to 37 and lasted with 1946 elections in which the members of Constituent Assembly were elected. Elections ever started అన్నప్పుడు 1936 లో స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాయి. In between 1936 to 1937 and it got lasted or ended in 1946 by electing the few members. అంటే ఎలక్షన్స్ ఈ పీరియడ్ లో స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాయి. ఎండ్ అయింది వచ్చేసి 1946 లో ఎండ్ అయినప్పుడు ఆ టైంలో కొంతమంది మెంబర్స్ కి ఎలక్ట్ చేశారు. Right? Now we see what is that. The Congress remained a predominant political stream standing for the unified nationalism, Indian nationalism, encompassing all social segments and in a huge made states in electoral politics. Okay, winning majority. What is saying? In these elections, the Congress party have won majority of the votes. Congress party won with major 2 seats. అంటే కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ ఉండేదమ్మా ఈ ఎలక్షన్స్ లో. గాంధీజీ is related to Congress party, right? He guided all the political things. This period is also significant because during the elections big religious national Hindu and Muslim was born little earlier but strengthened as political force. Okay, after this war there is a more strength that has got for Congress party in between the Hindu and Muslims నుంచి కొంచెం బాగా సపోర్ట్ వచ్చిందమ్మా. Because of that the Congress party have won with a majority of the seats. And now, if you go, I am not going to the entire part. If important points are going, మీరు క్లాస్ వినేటప్పుడు నేను ఏవైతే పాయింట్స్ చెప్తున్నానో అవి అండర్లైన్ చేసుకున్నామా మీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ లో. ఓకేనా? డోంట్ గో త్రూ ది ఎంటైర్ పారాగ్రాఫ్. అండ్ ఈ పారాగ్రాఫ్ లో ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్ నేను చెప్తున్నాను, వాటిని అండర్లైన్ పెట్టుకోండి పెన్సిల్ తో when you are listening to the video. Now in this one important point that the fourth one was emanated from the self-respect movement of Ramaswamy Naikar in Tamil Nadu or Tamil region and non-Brahmin party of Bhaskar Rao Yadav in Maharashtra. Okay, there is other communist parties there. 2 parties, one is in Tamil Nadu or one is Tamil, that is run by Ramaswamy and other person is Bhaskar Rao. Sir, ee parties ఎందుకు వచ్చేసారంటే there is a many communist parties or communal parties at the time of elections. రైట్, ఈ కమ్యూనిస్ట్ పార్టీస్ ని తమిళ రీజియన్ లో వచ్చేసి రామస్వామి రన్ చేశారు అండ్ నాన్ బ్రాహ్మణ్ పార్టీ వచ్చేసి భాస్కర్ రావు జాదవ్ ఇన్ మహారాష్ట్ర ఈ రన్ చేశారు. In this backdrop, then all India democracy class movement developed and strengthened under B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, now we know everyone. B.R. Ambedkar, he also fought a lot for independence, and he have also supported a lot of things into the elections. Now, in this backdrop, the Hindu leader B.S. Munji made friendly association with outcast leaders. Okay, in this backdrop or in these elections, the Hindu leader B.S. Munji, he made a friendship or friendly movement with the outcast leaders. And these are all party leaders. So, he made some friendship to make politically strong. In February 1932, what is known as MC Rajan B.S. Munji Pact was signed in support of the joint electoral with Hindus. In 1932, E. M.G. Munji and this B.S. Bhaskar Rao, these both people have signed a contract or electoral. Okay, we will support the electoral thing in these elections for a Muslim, for Hindus support. And finally, on the pressures of British functionaries, including then Viceroy Ambedkar signed the Pune Pact with Gandhi in 1932. Okay, other side Ambedkar and Viceroy, they have signed on Pune Pact. Pune Pact, there is some rules and conditions. This Ambedkar have signed with Gandhi in 1932. Okay, including with Gandhi, this Ambedkar also signed on a few rules and conditions in 1932. The depression class DC issued thus become part of the national agenda and nations concern. Agenda ante rules and terms and conditions. Agenda is nothing but ante aa meeting lo em maatladam anukuntunnamo ee agenda lo anni mention ayi unnayi. Next, the BC became part of nationalist politics. The DC leaders agenda came to prominence on the national political agenda. Okay, after the signing of Ambedkar and Gandhiji in 1932, the nation, the agenda of coming to the picture. Our agenda lo unna rules, terms and conditions follow outu. They have to do some national political ruling. Now, if you go for next paragraph, Ambedkar in this new spirit started a new party, All India Scheduled Caste Federation in 1942. At that time, after signing on agenda, Ambedkar in this party started. That is, party is known as All India Scheduled Caste Federation in 1942. MC Raja, who was very close to Gandhi, disappointed with the Congress government, joined the federation. And MC Raja is very close to Gandhi, but he joined in a Congress party by disappointing him in a federation thing. Sarath Chandra Bose, brother of Subhash Chandra Bose. Now, Subhash Chandra Bose brother is Sarath Chandra Bose. He supported this movement. Sarath Chandra Bose, he supported to this federation movement, and ఈ మూమెంట్ ఏమి బెనిఫిట్ ఇస్తుంది. అంబేద్కర్ ఈ గేవ్ సమ్ కాస్ట్ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ కదా. అంటే అంబేద్కర్ ఇప్పుడు మన కాస్ట్ ఓసీబీసీ అవన్నీ ఎలా ఉన్నాయమ్మా అంటే దిస్ అంబేద్కర్ ఆఫ్ గివెన్ దిస్ సెగ్రిగేషన్ అంటే ఈ గేవ్ ది సమ్ అంటే కాస్ట్ వైజ్ ఇలా ఉండాలని పీపుల్ అని అప్పుడు ఎప్పుడో పెట్టాడమ్మా. అది ఇంకా కంటిన్యూ అవుతుంది. నౌ దిస్ కాస్ట్ ఫెడరేషన్ కి ఎవరు సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారంటే శరత్ Chandra Bose is the brother of Subhash Chandra Bose. He is supporting this federation, and it indicates that the caste question assumed importance. Thus, Ambedkar has become national leader with the issue of depressed class scheduled caste. After this, the Ambedkar has become a national leader with this caste federation movement. And our caste federation movement valla benefits em vachayo chudam. Ambedkar was considered to be a leader of national stature. Okay, he is a leader for all the caste religious thing. Ambedkar became the sole representative of scheduled caste, and that has become an issue on par with Muslim question. Now he have given us some caste thing. Now there is a question from Muslim side. What are the castes that they are going to get? Even now Muslim we call it as the OC only, kada? OC and OC other caste people. And the British government and its officials have recognized Ambedkar as legitimate representative of the SCs and caste question in India. Now the British government identified that the Ambedkar is giving some representative or giving some importance or giving some information about the SCs and caste other questioning in India. Okay, SC ST caste ni debate chestu he is giving some information to the people and the British government have identified. Now, in special scheduled caste political conference held in Allahabad in December 1942, okay, oka scheduled meeting announce ayinama ekkada ante adi in Allahabad in December 19 in Allahabad in December 19 in Allahabad in December 1942 there is a political conference of him. In for that Ambedkar declared that India was not a nation but constellation of nations, warning the British and Congress that was scheduled caste political. Okay, for this conference the Ambedkar was saying that it is not a clear information that we are getting from a conference about the caste ante ee scheduled meeting enduku chesarante political conference anedi to know Ambedkar about the what you call information or about the nation or British and Congress scheduled the caste would have okay, what is saying ivanni drop out cheyandi. Now Ambedkar is giving some information about all the governments kada. Now he is saying that why these all Ambedkar petna caste things anni kuda remove cheyadaniki this Congress and British government is trying, but Ambedkar is not at all agreeing with them. In this debate, okay, meeting lo, in this debate 1943 the Secretary of State for India opened that Ambedkar emerged a national leader and said Ambedkar was the right and only proper representative of the depressed classes. Okay, in the debate or in a meeting in 1943 finally they agreed that Ambedkar is the right person for all the depressed classes, and he is the right person to guess all the people for caste and religious thing and to develop all the under caste people, below poverty people. In November 1944 a non-party conference was held under Tej Bahadur Sapru to discuss the basis of future constitution of India. Okay, in November 1944 there is a one party meeting of conducted or conference meeting under the Tej Bahadur Sapru. He is a person under his guidance. There is a one conference meeting India to discuss about the future of a Indian constitution. It had invited Ambedkar to send a representative to be on this subcommittee on par with other parties. Okay, they have sent an invite to the Ambedkar to participate in the conference which are held under Tej Bahadur Sapru. Okay, again in May 1945 Ambedkar came to the dominant nationalist saying constitution should be framed by Indians and Indians with voluntary consent of India. Okay, again in 1945 Ambedkar he finally said that there is a separate constitution which is going to be held in India. ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చాడు కొంచెం ఏంటి ఇచ్చాడంటే there is a scheduled caste అని చెప్పి there is a different scheduled caste like Congress high class Hindu rule and servant class and governing class. Like servant class, governing class, the people himself they have to rule the parties for a people. Now if you go for a next paragraph, the British rulers under these circumstances agreed to constitute a constituent assembly. Elections have come to elect members to CA and constituent assembly through indirect elections with limited franchise. Okay, the Britishers now they are ruling and they came to know and they are trying to announce that there is a franchise to take care of all the activities, and they are electing the members under constituent assembly. And the British rulers in this they are electing the few people for a constituent assembly to know or to provide the good election duties. Now the CA was constituted in July 1946 with 296 members from all provinces. And the Constituent Assembly have started with the 296 members with from all the provinces, from all the different places with the 296 members. The Congress won 208 of 296 allotted to the provinces. Again at the time the Congress have won 208 seats out of 296. It means the majority of the seats won by Congress. Earlier in provincial elections in December 1945, Congress became victorious. Again in December 1945, Congress became a 208. The Congress in this background clearly expressed its intention to behave like mirror of the nation in Nehru's words. Okay, finally the Congress is behaving, or Congress is guiding or giving some good information, and it is acting like a mirror of the nation. Nation అంటే ఎలా ఫ్రీడమ్ డెమోక్రసీ అంటారు, దానికి ఇంకో పేరు ఆర్ మార్ పేరు అంటారు కదా, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ. ఇట్స్ లైక్ అ మిర్రర్ with the Nehru votes. Within the Congress, the luminaries Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, Rajendra Prasad, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad emerged prominent leaders of constitution making. Okay, in this constitution, the leaders like Sardar Patel, Rajendra Prasad, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, right? These are all the people who are the leaders who making the constitution is very clear and good. Right? CA was constituted with the Alladi Kuttu Swami Iyer and Gopala Swami Iyer and B.R. Ambedkar as experts on legal issues. Okay, CA constituted assembly, your establishes and these are the people Alladi Kuttu Swami Iyer and Gopala Swami Iyer and B.R. Ambedkar. They are the experts who have given the information about Constituent Assembly. And there are many top luminaries of all, top nationalisms are all came from Congress party. This is what is this paragraph saying that out of how many seats the Congress of won and how it have dealt with and CA Constituent Assembly or established and other assemblies who have gave the predominant role or important role by these all leaders. Now go for objectives of socialism. Objectives of socialism. These are the points only. Now go with the objectives of socialism. What is the objectives of socialism? Under whom it have run? Under Nehru, the socialism have come into the picture. Now go to the making of India Constitution. How the India have made the Constitution with an independent. Let's see now. The Constitution of India was prepared and adopted by the Constituent Assembly. Okay, Constitution of India prepared the Constituent Assembly, which is held by Ambedkar. This was the culmination of the long struggle of Indian people for freedom from British colonial rule. The Indian Constitution separate after long back and from the British rule we came out and we are trying to establish our own freedom. అంటే బ్రిటిష్ పరిపాలన కొన్ని సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత మనం మన ఇండియాని సెపరేట్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ గా ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకున్నాం. As the British government decided to give freedom to the people of India, a new constitution was needed through which the people of India could rule themselves and set long-term objectives for themselves. After British rule, Britishers they have given one condition that okay, అంటే Britishers ఏంటంటే మనకి ఫ్రీడమ్ ఇచ్చారమ్మా, కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారంటే మీకు మీరే రూల్ చేసుకోవాలి, you yourself have to develop your lives అంటారు. For this purpose, Constituent Assembly was formed in 1946 following the election to the provincial assemblies. Okay, ఇలా మనం రూల్ చేసుకోవాలి అంటే there should be elections held in the year 1946. The Constitution Assembly members were elected indirectly by the members of the provincial assemblies. అంటే ఈ provincial assembly ని ఫార్మ్ చేయడానికి ఇండైరెక్ట్లీ గా ఇండియన్ పీపుల్ ని ఎలక్ట్ చేసుకుంటారు. How many people we have elected and what are those people? The cabinet mission appointed in 1946 allotted seats to each province and each princely stated or group of states. Cabinet mission అంటే it's a group of people who are sitting one place and who are guiding. That is appointed in 1946. అంటే cabinet mission లో ఉన్న people seats ని allot చేస్తారు అంటే to form the Constitution Assembly. Accordingly, provinces or areas under direct British rule elected 292 members and all princely states together elected 93 members. Okay, and from the British rule there is a members, how many? 292 members, and other states and from other states there is a 93 members. Now we'll see how they will form the seats. The plan also guaranteed that the seats in each province are members from the major communities in India. Okay, there is a many major members in the communities. What is that? No. There is a Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs and others in proportion to their respective populations. The council also ensured that 26 members from scheduled castes are represented in the assembly. అంటే కౌన్సిల్ ఏం చెప్తుందంటే 26 మెంబర్స్ scheduled caste అంటే ఒక పర్టికులర్ కాస్ట్ పీపుల్ మాత్రమే ఉండాలి అని చెప్పి there is a rule of caste. And if you see next one, what is saying that on 14th August 1947 the country partitioned between the India and Pakistan. అంటే after electing these members from a particular caste తర్వాత ఏంటంటే హిందూ ముస్లిమ్స్ మధ్యలో మనకి 1947 August 14 there is a India divided into two partitions, that Pakistan and India. The members from Pakistan formed a separate constituent assembly for Pakistan. Okay, after separating the people from Pakistan and India, now Pakistan created a separate constitution created, that is called Constituent Assembly of for Pakistan. And there is about 10% of the population could vote in provincial elections then, and the members were elected or not elected with the decided through constitution. Ikkada ee point cheptante after the elections only 10% cannot be elect the people with the equal membership. అంటే ఒక 10% people మాత్రం వాళ్ళకి వాళ్ళు ఓట్ చేయడానికి ఉన్నారు. Now ఇక్కడ ఒక పిక్చర్ ఇచ్చారు how the Indian constitution and how the people are serving themselves, అంటే వాళ్ళకి వాళ్ళు ఇలా పరిపాలించుకోబోతున్నారు. Now if you see okay, there is one picture they have given here. Just ee picture em cheptunnadama how the people equality and justice are given. Okay, both everyone will be same, but the justice, the equality should be also same among all the people. Now okay, there is a strikes rallies happened at the time of Jawaharlal Nehru there in the year 1946 13th December. వాళ్ళు చేసిన స్ట్రైక్ ఇది మొత్తం అదే పాయింట్ మొత్తం అదే చెప్తున్నాడు. ఇక్కడ ఈ పిక్చర్ లో ఇచ్చాడు, we will see here. Now the strikes is happening because of to get more employment opportunities. And ఇక్కడ చూడండి, go back to the tradition, I mean to follow the old tradition, autonomy of states, I mean to give a separate states and give job to all, అంటే అందరికి జాబ్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. మోడర్నైజ్ ది కంట్రీ, I mean with modernize the country in the sense to upgrade the technology wise, and national unity above all, I mean to give unity among all the people and bring equality in the sense all the people are equal. No, there should be no criticism in, I mean you are this, I am this, right? Okay, there should be no inequality among the people. Everyone are equal and see under the Nehru rule these strikes are happening. This entire thing is given in about this only. If you want, you can once you go through this paragraph. Okay, next, reading Constituent Assembly debates. Again, Constituent Assembly debates are the meetings among. Reading Constituent Assembly debates in the sense there is some meetings happen in between few people, and the Constituent Assembly formed చేసింది ఎవరు? అంబేద్కర్ కదా. Now what is it? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar presented the draft of the constitution before the CA in 1948. He have drafted or he have made some rules and terms and conditions before he forming the CA, Constituent Assembly form చేసే ముందే కొన్ని rules and regulations రాసి పెట్టుకున్నాడు. What is that? Read the extractions from this speech. These are recorded in the proceedings of CA of India. Right? What are the rules and terms and conditions he have written? Right? He is given as a speech. అంటే ఆయన రాసుకున్న రూల్స్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ అన్ని కూడా CA ఫామ్ చేయక ముందు అండ్ CA ఫామ్ చేశాక ఒక స్పీచ్ లాగా ఇచ్చాడు. ఏంటంటే డాక్టర్ B.R. Ambedkar or Dr. Ambedkar begins with the process by which the draft was presented. As the assembly was not elected by universal suffrage, see the steps taken to ensure maximum participation of members also general public. What he is saying, most of the members after joining this Constituent Assembly, and what are the steps? Thursday, the 4th November 1948, draft Constitution. On 4th November 1947, on Thursday, he have drafted the Constitution agenda or meetings. And the Honorable B.R. Ambedkar, Mr. President, Sir, I introduce the draft Constitution as settled by the drafting committee and move that it to be taken into consideration. అంటే డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ అప్పటికి ఒక లెటర్ రాశారు ఏంటి అంటే నేను కొన్ని రూల్స్ అండ్ టర్మ్స్ అండ్ కండిషన్స్ తో ఒక డ్రాఫ్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను, ఒక ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను అని చెప్పి ఈస్ గివింగ్ దట్ లెటర్ టు ది పీపుల్. ది డ్రాఫ్టింగ్ కమిటీ వాజ్ ఇన్ ఎఫెక్ట్ charged with the duty of preparing a constitution in accordance with the decisions of Constituent Assembly on the reports made by the various committees appointed by such union powers and committee. Okay, whatever the rights, whatever the letter about the Constituent Assembly, Ambedkar prepares ఏదైతే ఉందో అంతా కూడా ఆయన డ్రాఫ్టింగ్ కమిటీకి అప్డేట్ ఇచ్చాడు. కానీ హియర్ there is one advisory committee with the fundamental rights, minorities, tribal areas, etc. The Constituent Assembly also directed in the certain matters the provisions contained in the act. Okay, what they are saying that whatever they have drafted, ఇప్పుడు సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అన్నమాట, అంబేద్కర్ ఒక డ్రాఫ్ట్ రూల్స్ అండ్ టర్మ్స్ అండ్ కండిషన్స్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేసి డ్రాఫ్టింగ్ కమిటీకి ఇచ్చారు. దే ఆర్ చెకింగ్ ఆల్ ది వెదర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద లెటర్ యూ హావ్ సబ్మిటెడ్ ఇన్ దట్ ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్ ఉన్నాయా, మైనారిటీ రిలేటెడ్ ఉన్నాయా, ట్రైబల్ ఏరియాస్ కి సంబంధించి ఇంకా ఎక్సెట్రా ఎనీథింగ్ is there or not. I hope the drafting committee will be found to have faithful to carry out the directions given to it. And ఇచ్చిన లెటర్ ని డ్రాఫ్టింగ్ కమిటీ యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తుందా లేదా అనేది that Ambedkar is making all the points clearly. అంటే ఈ డ్రాఫ్టింగ్ కమిటీ ఎందుకంటే టు ఫార్మ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఇండియా ఇండిపెండెంట్ గా కాన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆర్ ఇండియా గవర్నమెంట్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఈస్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ఫైట్. అండ్ నౌ if you see in next page, the draft constitution has been before the public for 8 months. Okay, draft commission అంటే అంబేద్కర్ ఇచ్చిన డ్రాఫ్ట్ కమిషన్ ని కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ని 8 months వరకు సర్వే చేశారు. They have checked for 8 months and during this long time friends, critics and advisories have had more than sufficient time to express their reactions to the provisions contained in it. అంటే ఈ 8 months లో ఫ్రెండ్స్, క్రిటిక్స్ అంటే the what you call press and everyone have more sufficient time and a good time తీసుకుని they have gave good expressions on the drafting constitution or drafting agenda whatever the Ambedkar అంటే ఆయన ఇచ్చిన డ్రాఫ్టింగ్ కమిటీ అంతా కూడా వీళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్స్, క్రిటిక్స్ అందరూ ఫ్రీ they express their opinions with their reactions which are contained in the drafting constitution. Now we will see how our constitution draws from the experience of other nations with regard to political organization. In this presentation, B.R. Ambedkar, chairperson, highlights the process of borrowing from other constitutions. Okay, what is saying that after drafting this constitution, the Ambedkar is saying that how we will get the information from all the states with the proper information in getting all the Indian constitution rules and regulations. Fine. Next, go through with the next point. What is saying that parliamentary system. What is that parliament? Now still we have assembly thing, right? Now we have to go through with the parliament sessions or parliament situations which is happening in India. We'll see that. What is that? Okay, we'll do one thing. Till now just to discuss, it's a boring subject, boring chapter I know, but a story laga create cheyalama. How the Ambedkar fought or fight a lot for making the India as an independent constitution. మీరు ఏం నోట్స్ రాయకండి, జస్ట్ చెక్ చేసుకోండి, క్వశ్చన్ టు ఆన్సర్ చెక్ చేసుకోండి చాలు. అండ్ ఇన్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ we can go through with the other topics. Maybe in next class we can complete this chapter as well. Okay, just go through with all the points, just important points మాత్రం చదవండి. నేను ఏమైతే చెప్పానో I am repeating again, what are the topics, what are the lines I have read, underline that and prepare that only. Don't go in detail, మొత్తం పారా చదవాల్సిన పని లేదు. Okay, just go through with all the important points whatever I explained. Okay guys, bye, thank you.